Welcome to the Daily Videcasting. Today, the entire economics of AI just got a hard reset. NVIDIA dropped a new platform that could make running large models 10 times cheaper, literally overnight. We're talking a complete market shift.
It's a huge deal.
We're breaking down the full implications of the Vera Rubin platform, plus the robotics race is heating up. Boston Dynamics is going electric and pivoting hard to industrial utility.
And we have to talk about the culture clash.
Oh, absolutely. A $300 million Marvel blockbuster pipeline going up against a $300 5-day AI-generated trailer.
That's a wild time.
So we've synthesized a huge stack of sources today. We're starting with the market-defining news, moving into the physical future of robots and cars, and then we're checking the pulse on the creator economy.
Looking for those second-order effects, the stuff that really matters.
Let's get into it. The lead story is, it's impossible to ignore. It's coming straight out of CES 2026, and a fantastic post from @Kimenismus really broke it down.
The Vera Rubin platform.
Exactly. This isn't just about faster chips. It fundamentally rewrites the economics of AI. The headline numbers are just staggering.
Go on.
Up to 10 times lower inference token costs compared to Blackwell. 10 times. That immediately changes the bottom line for every single company running an AI service.
Okay, hold on. We should clarify for everyone what inference token cost actually is. That's the real-world cost. It's the cost per word, per image, per response that an AI gives you.
Right. Not the training cost, the operational cost.
Precisely. And dropping that by a factor of 10. I mean, services that were just too expensive to run at scale suddenly become viable. Think about hyper-personalized agents, stuff that's always on. That's now on the table.
And it's not just about running the models.
Right.
The post highlighted that Vera Rubin needs 4 times fewer GPUs for training complex models.
Specifically the mixture of experts models, the MOE ones.
Yes.
And that's the key. MOE models are incredibly powerful, but they were, prohibitively expensive to train. Cutting the GPU requirement by 75% for that specific architecture, that's democratizing access to top-tier AI.
So I have to ask the cynical question then. If NVIDIA gets this far ahead, doesn't it just make the entire ecosystem more dependent on them? Does this really help startups in the long run?
That is the critical tension, isn't it? It absolutely reinforces their dominance, but look at how they're selling it. They're focusing on efficiency. The post also mentioned Spectrum-X photonics.
Right, the infrastructure improvement.
5 times better energy efficiency, 10 times higher reliability. Think about what that means for the cloud providers. Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they are under immense pressure to hit sustainability goals.
So this isn't just a performance pitch.
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's a regulatory and a cost pitch. It changes their CapEx planning. Do you spend billions building out yesterday's power-hungry data centers? Or do you wait for Vera Rubin to ship in the second half of 2026? NVIDIA is selling them a path to greener operations. It makes them indispensable.
So the gravity of this announcement basically forces everyone else to race to this new lower-cost floor.
They have no choice.
Which, ironically, ends up benefiting everyone else down the line. That's a brilliant move. And, speaking of physical infrastructure, this leads us right into robotics.
The inflection point is here.
Absolutely. A post from @BiffJezos declared, and I quote, "Boston Dynamics is so back after their new electric Atlas demo."
I saw that. It's incredible.
It's mobility that literally surpasses human biomechanics. We're talking full 360-degree joint rotations. It's not just a cool viral video anymore. This is about utility.
It's a crucial pivot. For years, Atlas was the mascot doing parkour. The new electric version is a hard move toward industrial use. It's designed for unstructured, dangerous environments.
And it's a different approach from their rivals.
Totally different. Tesla's Optimus is all about the hands, about dexterity. Boston Dynamics is saying, no, the hardest problem is moving where humans can't or shouldn't. They're solving locomotion first.
But the hardware is only half the story. The robot has to be able to learn on the job, which brings us to a software breakthrough detailed by Jianlan Nuro.
SOP. Scalable Online Post-Training.
Break that down. What problem is SOP actually solving?
The insight from Luo's research is that generalist robots fail because they lack proficiency. They might know how to do 100 things okay, but they're not an expert at the one thing you need them to do right now.
And real-world adaptation is just too slow.
Exactly. SOP fixes this with distributed learning. So if one robot in a warehouse figures out a better way to pick up a slippery box, that new knowledge, that updated policy is instantly shared with the entire fleet.
So they're learning from each other in real time.
In real time. The numbers are what matters for enterprise. 4 robots with SOP hit 92.5% success in 3 hours. A single robot only got to 80.5%. That's a 2.4 times faster ramp-up. That completely changes the cost of ownership.
And while those robots are learning in the warehouse, autonomous vehicles are getting more aggressive on the streets. We just saw a massive tease from @Uber.
The CES 2026 reveal.
A premium robotaxi. This isn't some low-cost experiment. It's a modified Lucid Gravity SUV using Nuro's Level 4 software and NVIDIA's DRIVE AGX Thor.
And you have to look at the money behind it. Uber put $300 million into Lucid. They've committed to 20,000 of these vehicles.
So this is a serious high-end play.
They're not going for the cheapest ride. They're targeting high-margin urban mobility, starting in a place like San Francisco. It's a premium experience from day one. They're trying to win on trust and quality, not just price.
Let's shift from physical movement to real-time information. There was a viral story that just perfectly captures AI's advantage over old systems. It was posted by @xfreeze.
Oh, the airport story. I love this one.
So a traveler at Josh West 24/7 is at Detroit Metro. His boarding pass is blank because the Southwest app hasn't updated the gate yet. We've all been there.
Total panic mode.
Total panic. So he snaps a photo of the blank pass, feeds it to Grok AI, and it instantly identifies gate D22. It literally saved him from missing his flight.
And this is the key point. The official airline apps, according to FAA data, can lag behind the live airport feeds by 1 to 5 minutes. That gap is where AI provides just immense, tangible value. It connects the data streams faster than the official source.
But what's really fascinating is the conversation that came after. The post sparked this huge debate about fair content attribution on X.
Right. If the AI's value comes from a user's photo in real time,
Yeah.
who get paid?
Exactly. Who owns that data? Who should profit?
It's the core conflict of the real-time web. The platform and the AI model get rewarded, but the utility was created by the user on the ground. It's a huge, unresolved question.
Speaking of monetization, let's talk creator tools. The workflow is getting supercharged. We saw 2 huge announcements.
Both accelerated by NVIDIA, of course.
Of course. First, at NVIDIA APC introduced NextAI's hyperlink video search. It uses RTX GPUs to let you search inside your own video files with natural language.
So you can just type, find all the clips of a sunset on a beach, and it just finds them.
Finds them instantly, no more manual scrubbing for hours. And then there's the Higgsfield Relight tool from @Higgsfield A. This one is a game changer.
This is post-production magic.
It lets you do precise 3D lighting adjustments on video after it's already been shot. You can change the direction, the intensity, the shadows, all without a physical studio.
And the time savings are insane. Users are reporting up to 40 minutes saved per clip.
Minutes.
That's pure cost arbitrage. A small studio can now avoid expensive reshoots or equipment rentals. That is a massive competitive advantage.
And the arbitrage theme just keeps going. We saw this viral pro tip thread from @IanNuddle about web hosting.
The Hitzner cloud hack. A classic.
He reminded everyone that if you host in their EU central location, you get 20 terabytes of bandwidth versus just 1 terabyte in the US.
And it's something like 75 times cheaper than AWS egress fees. It's a massive loophole.
But is it sustainable? What's the catch?
The catch is huge. It's called the Netzbremse, the network break. It's a real thing.
Okay, what is that?
It's basically Deutsche Telekom and other German providers throttling traffic from services like Cloudflare that don't pay them specific access fees. So your bandwidth might be cheap on paper, but the actual performance and reliability can be terrible. The arbitrage is there, but so is the risk.
A constant cat and mouse game. Okay, let's shift gears to culture. The biggest news had to be from @Marvel Studios.
Oh, for sure.
They dropped the release date for Avengers. Doomsday, December 18th, 2026, and with it, the confirmation we've all been waiting for.
The X-Men. They're finally in the MCU.
That teaser of Cyclops firing his optic blasts, the fan reaction was just immediate praise. It's a $300 million production planned years in advance.
And then on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you have the post from @Pichakura.
The AI ad maker.
Right. He created a gritty, fan-made Legend of Zelda trailer that looks like a blockbuster.
And the budget.
$300. And he did it in 5 days.
5 days.
Using tools like FreePic and Kling AI. So you have a $300 million multi-year pipeline on one hand and a $300 5-day project on the other that produces visuals that are, frankly, competitive.
So what does that do to the value of traditional IP?
That's the billion-dollar question. It challenges everything. The value of physical sets, of massive VFX teams. The barrier to entry for blockbuster visuals is just evaporating.
While the big studios figure that out, the hardware for creators and gamers is getting incredibly specialized. at Corsair unveiled the Galleon 100 SD keyboard.
Co-engineered with Elgato. This is a smart product.
It's a high-end mechanical keyboard with a 12-key Stream Deck built right into it.
It's about consolidating your workspace. Why have two devices when you can have one? And the tech is serious. 8 kilohertz hyperpolling.
For those who don't know, what does that mean?
It means the keyboard is reporting its status to your computer 8,000 times a second. It's essentially instantaneous. For competitive gamers or creators on a tight deadline, that latency, or lack thereof, matters.
On the other side of the digital economy, we're seeing this flourishing of the indie hustle.
Absolutely. Take the story from @Pascalinda now. He announced he's quitting his job and his apartment to go full nomad dev.
And what was the catalyst?
He earned his first $10 from his fitness app on the App Store. $10. That was enough. It's this move toward low-risk, high-community experimentation. It's really inspiring.
And then there's the Web3 social layer. We saw the project JPEG from @JPEGapp.
It's a social prediction game on base.
Yeah.
You basically bet on which photos have main character energy.
So you're betting on a vibe.
You're betting on a vibe using crypto tokens. It's niche, for sure, but it shows how Web3 is finding these very specific applications for monetizing taste and curation.
All right, one last check before we wrap. A quick update from @NASA on the Artemis II mission.
The lunar flyby.
It's now targeting February 2026. A slight delay because of some technical issues with the Orion heat shield. They also have a new season of their Curious Universe podcast if you want to go behind the scenes with the crew.
Always good to keep an eye on the bigger picture.
So to pull this all together, we saw 3 huge themes today. First, just massive cost compression in AI, driven by NVIDIA.
A total reset of the economics.
Second, the convergence of hardware and software in the physical world, with robots that learn from each other.
The robotics inflection point.
And third, the sheer velocity of AI creation, just fundamentally challenging the value of traditional media pipelines.
So if I have to make a prediction for tomorrow, it all comes back to that Vera Rubin announcement. The market pressure is now immense. My prediction is we're about to see a shakeout in the cloud services market.
What do you mean by a shakeout?
I mean, rivals, Amazon, Google, everyone will be forced to announce immediate aggressive price cuts, specifically on their egress fees and their inference processing costs. NVIDIA has set a new low-cost floor, and if they don't match it and match it fast, they risk losing their enterprise clients. It's an efficiency war, and it just started today.
That is a sharp, immediate take on the pressure facing the cloud giants. Thank you for guiding us through this material.
Always a pleasure.
We will see you next time for the Daily Vibecasting.